You're trapped in an elevator. The doors close, someone looks at you and says, "Working hard or hardly working?" And suddenly your brain just shuts down. Or you're in an Uber. The driver says, "So, crazy weather today, right?" And you're thinking, please, not the weather conversation. Then it happens at every party. Someone walks up and asks the most terrifying question in the English language. "So, what do you do?" And in that exact moment, your soul quietly leaves your body. People assume this means you're antisocial, but psychology says something very different. If you hate small talk, you probably fall into one of 3 very specific types of people, and none of them mean you're bad at socializing.
First type. Someone asks you, "How was your weekend?" And your brain immediately responds with, "That question has absolutely no nutritional value." Some people love light conversation, but if you're like this, your brain is wired a little differently. Psychologists call it need for cognition. It means your brain naturally craves deep thinking. So when conversations stay on the surface, your brain basically hears static noise. But the moment someone asks something real, like, "Do you think people are actually happy with their lives?" Suddenly, you're fully awake. You can talk for hours. Because you don't hate talking, you just hate conversations that go nowhere.
Now imagine a different situation. Someone starts a casual conversation with you, but inside your head, a completely different conversation is happening. Am I smiling enough? Did that sound weird? Should I ask a question now? Was that the wrong response? While everyone else is casually chatting, your brain is running about 47 background processes. Psychologists call this cognitive load. Your brain is analyzing tone, facial expressions, body language, timing, all at the same time. So after 10 minutes of small talk, you feel exhausted, not because you hate people, but because your brain has been working overtime. And then there's the third type. For these people, small talk doesn't just feel boring, it feels fake. Someone asks, "How are you?" But they don't actually want the real answer. So everyone follows the same script. "How are you?" "Good." "Good." Conversation complete. But for someone who values authenticity, that feels strange, almost like everyone is acting in a play. You would rather skip the script entirely and ask something real, like, "What's something that's been on your mind lately?" Because fake connection feels worse than no connection at all. And here's the part most people get completely wrong. People assume that if you hate small talk, you must think you're better than everyone else. But psychology suggests the opposite. Small talk is safe. Nobody ever gets judged talking about the weather. But deep conversations, those require vulnerability. When you skip the script and go straight to meaningful topics, you're actually taking the bigger social risk. And that's why people who avoid small talk often end up with fewer friends, but much deeper ones. You would rather have 2 people who truly understand you than 20 people who only know your weekend plans. And here's the weirdest trait of people who hate small talk. You're completely comfortable with silence. Most people panic when a conversation pauses. They rush to fill the silence with anything. But you don't see silence as awkward. You see it as honest. No performance, no script. Just 2 people existing in the same space. So if you hate small talk, you're not antisocial. You're selectively social. Your brain simply prefers conversations with depth, meaning, and authenticity.